Teachers, some of you have studied with me for years, whilst others only briefly. There have been many highs and lows, but you have succeeded in your education level at AiA. Today is your graduation day. I'm sure that many of you will continue to study further, and I hope that you will continue to implement the values which we have taught you at AiA. On a personal note, many of you will not study with me anymore. And so for one final lesson, as your teacher, Teacher Shaun, I would like to impart 3 pearls of wisdom, which are as follows. Also, these lessons apply to each and every one of us, no matter our age or education. My first and possibly the most important lesson is one which I apply to myself every day. Respect everyone. Respect everyone. I say one final time, please respect everyone. You are graduating today, so first and foremost, the person you should respect is yourselves for your hard work and dedication. Respect the values we have taught you at AiA. As our graduates, you represent us in any future tasks that you undertake at AiA. Respect the efforts of everyone who has helped you achieve this. Your parents, your teachers, your friends, your family, everyone who has helped you achieve this milestone in your life. My second point, which is equally important, is work ethic. Whether you study further or into the workforce straight away, work ethic is a characteristic which defines us and our future. You have worked hard to achieve this education, this graduation, but it doesn't end here. Now you need to work even harder. I'm sorry to say that life is not easy. But you have made great progress today with your graduation, so you have achieved a great milestone. But again, keep working. The harder you work, the easier your life will be. Who you are tomorrow begins with who you are today, what you do today. Who you are tomorrow begins with what you do today. There is a great quote by Derek Jeter who says, there may be people who have more talent than you, but there is no excuse for anyone to work harder than you do. Personally, I have a work ethic. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I hope all of my students can follow my example and implement this in your future studies or work. My third and final point is actually 5 points which I would like to mention. In this, I'm speaking of our AiA core values. The first one is etiquette. How you behave towards yourself and how you behave towards your others. Etiquette is a fancy word for kindness. The kindness you give is the kindness you get back. It's as simple as that. The second value is leadership. Great leaders encourage leaders around them. Great leaders build leaders around them. Our third value, which appeals to me as a foreign teacher, is International-Mindedness. International-Mindedness, I'd like to go off track and say that there are 3 types of people in this world. We have jawbones and wishbones and backbones. A jawbone is someone who will always talk about things. A wishbone is someone who will always wish about things. A backbone is someone who will always do things. I hope you will all be backbones and not jawbones and wishbones. A small group of determined and like-minded people can change the course of history. Our fourth value is thoughtfulness. Thoughtfulness of others, generosity, modesty, self-respect, which I've mentioned. All of these are the qualities which make a gentleman or a lady, or just a good person in general, which we have tried to teach you. Our final value, which I would like to mention, is entrepreneurship. The true entrepreneur is a doer, not a dreamer. Do it, don't dream it. In conclusion, I would like to take the opportunity to thank each and every single graduate today, each and every single student of mine. It has not been an easy path, but as a teacher, nothing makes me happier than to see you today graduate and move on to the next level. All your hard work has paid off, so from me personally, I say thank you.